You're thinking about buying a home in Alberta and you're probably asking yourself, do I really need to have a realtor or can I do it myself and save some commission? That is a totally fair question. But here's the thing, skipping a buyer's agent can actually cost you more money, not less. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through some reasons why it's actually beneficial for you to work with a real estate agent if you're buying or selling. And as always, my name is Serhii Titovskyi. I'm a real estate agent in Edmonton greater area. There's gonna be a couple links in the description for my personal website where you can see all the active listings. Also, there's gonna be buyers and sellers guide, and there's gonna be a Zoom link to have a personal consultation where if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me via Zoom or cell phone or email, and I'll be happy to assist you in this journey. And we're gonna start our video with the biggest myth that all people have. So let's start with the myth number one that I hear all the time. If I don't use an agent, I'm gonna save myself money. It sounds logical, right? But in reality, it doesn't work that way. So we're going to be discussing a couple perspectives for the buyer and for the seller. In this particular video, it's going to be for the buyers. Next one that is going to be coming in a couple days, we're going to do specifically for the sellers. So if you're a seller who are still thinking, wait for a couple days and you're going to know an exact answer. So how commission actually works for buyers? If you're a buyer in Alberta, here's what you need to know. When you buy a property and you're working with a buyer's agent, his commission is already going to be included in the seller's price. It basically means, to keep it plain and simple, that you don't pay commission out of your pocket. The commission is paid by the seller. But if you think that if you're going to be working yourself, the price for the house is suddenly drop, that's unfortunately not how it works. What usually happens is that people at this point, they have to do everything themselves and work against the seller's agent, who is doing that for a living and who is doing that daily. And when you're buying a house, you do that like every 5, 10, 15 years, 20 years. So that's kind of unfair battle. That's what I think. Here's something a lot of buyers don't really realize, that the listing agent works for the seller only. They're not going to be helping you out to make a deal. Their job is to actually get the best possible price for the seller and protect their interest. When you have your own buyer's agent, you sign an agreement, and at that point, your agent is legally obligated to you to protect your best interest, to help you to negotiate the deal, to give you full disclosure. If you know something that's going wrong with the house, he has to disclose that defect to you. We keep all the information confidential, and we help you and guide you with every step in this big journey, because for most people, this is one of the biggest purchases in their life. So you don't really want to lose money while doing it yourself and not using tools that is completely free for you, basically, just hiring a realtor. Because we actually care about our clients, about your goals, about your budget, and your long-term perspective in this house, what you can do with it, resale price, and other things. One of the reasons why people don't really want to hire a realtor, because they don't see his value and they think that he just writes an offer and opens the door to be able to view the house prior buying, but that's not the full picture as well. If that would be that easy, everybody would be working in this industry. Let me quickly show you actually what we do for you to make sure that you're taken care of. So reason number one is actually we are making sure that you do not overpay for the property that you want to purchase. We are analyzing the market for you and making sure that the price is fair. So we work with the real estate every day. We know what areas are going up or down. We know which neighborhoods are better. We know what kind of market is it. Is it balanced? Is it super hot right now? Is it slower market that is going to be in your favor? We do also check all the recent sales. We do check the similar home sales to make sure that if there is a home with the same features, just like couple blocks from this one, and listed for $10,000-$20,000 less, you're not gonna pay more. You're gonna get the best deal for you. So reason number two is actually we do spot red flags for you that protects you and prevents you from buying properties that have issues. And the reason why we see them is because we see hundreds of homes every single month. So during the show, and it's pretty easy to fall in love, with a brand new renovated kitchen, nice chandeliers, lights, great layout. We all are emotional. We are humans. We do our decisions, and our decisions are based on our emotions. But while you're already thinking, oh, I'm gonna put the couch there, or there's gonna be my dining area here, we are also looking around and making sure that if there is a crack that could mean a foundational issue, we're gonna tell you, and we're gonna make sure that you're gonna get an inspection done for that property. Or if there's gonna be weird smells, weird stains, sign of the water damage, noisy location, or other things that actually can hurt the value of the house when you're gonna try to resell it yourself. Sometimes it's actually not about what you see, it's about what you don't see on the surface. Reason number 3 is we are 100% handling your paperwork and making sure that everything is done within a deadline. Real estate contracts are not just as signing a phone plan. There's a lot of different forms, conditions, deadlines, and legal wording that actually may not mean anything to you, but it's going to be legally binding because that's on the paper that you signed. We are making sure that your deposit is done on time, that your conditions like financial or inspection or whatever you want to put in the contract are removed on time, and all signatures are documented and are correct and complete. And you don't really want to lose a house just because you didn't get a signature in time, or you didn't put a deposit in time, or you didn't waive one of the deadlines that you had to. That's why we are here for you, to make sure that everything is actually done in time. Another reason is we also bring a team with us. When you buy a home, it's not just me and you. And also there is going to be mortgage broker, bank specialist, a home inspector, real estate lawyer, or other specialists that you may need while looking at the house or after purchasing the house. When you work with an agent, you also do have access to their trusted network of professionals who we can recommend for you to make this deal easier for you. That can also save you a lot of time, money, and stress. So next reason number 5, is we are absolutely negotiating the whole deal for you. Just because the house is $400,000, it doesn't mean that the value of the house is $400,000 or that you're gonna get it for that price. Our job is to negotiate on your behalf and make sure that you're gonna get the best price with the best conditions, like possession date, conditions, repairs. Sometimes we save our clients thousands of dollars. Sometimes we can save them from buying a wrong house. And both of those things are equally important. So, what's the real value of having a buyer's agent? We help you avoid big expensive mistakes that can cost you thousands later on. If you buy directly from the listing agent, you're negotiating with somebody who does that every single day, understands the contracts in and out, and knows all tricks and strategies. Are you actually ready to go toe to toe with that person on one of the biggest decisions of your life? Some people do it on their own and it works out fine, but the percentage is very small. On another hand, the majority who does it themselves, they overpay, they miss things, and they regret on the purchase later because they lost money. And if the question is just, can you do it yourself? 100% you can. But should you? Does it worth the risk? Absolutely not. And here's why. Working as a full-time realtor, I am checking the market every single day. I work with the market every single day. I see what's selling and for how much and in which neighborhood. I know which neighborhoods are growing, which ones are going down, and where you might be taking on too much of the risk. And also, while signing an agreement with an agent, if something goes wrong during the deal, it's gonna be on him. If something wasn't done, and it's my fault because I didn't check something properly, there is a system in places and I'm gonna be held responsible. If you're gonna do the same mistake but on your own, the only person who you can blame for that mistake is yourself. The best way I can describe buying home with or without a realtor is actually going on a hike without a guide. Yeah, you definitely can make it till the end, but with a guide you can pick the safest road, you can make it faster, and with fewer chances ending up on the wrong path. And if the seller is already paying for your agent, why not to use this as advantage to you? We're just gonna go to statistics for a little bit. So right now in Edmonton, we are facing a balanced market. But even in the balanced market, good homes still move quickly. So if you want a great deal, or even just a solid and fair deal, you need fast access to the properties, to the listings. You need an agent who can actually book a showing really quickly for you and make sure that you're gonna get there before the crowd. Also, as an agent, we do set up an alarms that if new property comes out and nobody has seen it yet, you're gonna be the first one to do that. So if you're gonna work with me, here's what I bring to the table. And one-on-one buyer's consultation, that's where we start with. On Zoom or in person, whatever works for you the best, where we're gonna discuss your budget, situation, and goals. Also, you do have access to my buyer's guide. Also, my network of professionals that I work with all the time that is gonna help you to make this deal smoother and less stressful. And the main one is constant communication. I take all my clients seriously and I take care about every single one. And if you're gonna call me at 9 p.m. because you have an urgent question or something happened, I'm gonna pick up the phone for you. I'm gonna be there for you whenever you're gonna need me. This isn't about the pressure, this is about strategy and support. You are the only one who is making the final decisions. I'm just the guide for you who is helping you to avoid big mistakes and guide you through this process. And let's just go to the topic of this video once again. Can you buy without the agent? Yes, you can. Should you? What it's actually going to lead to at the end? Are you actually going to save up money or are you going to lose more? That is another question. And I would never recommend anybody to work without an agent just because it's free and that works for your advantage. So why not to use that? I don't know. So if you're planning to buy a house and you don't know where to start, you're absolutely lost, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be happy to assist you and I'll be happy to explain you how this journey works. My name is Serhii Titovskyi. I'm a real estate agent in Edmonton and greater area. And if you have any questions or you're completely lost, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be happy to assist you and I'll be happy to support you during this journey. Have a great rest of your day and bye-bye.